pretty much have gone over the gears as much as we could at this point. You got your rebreather, your diving goggles, and your wetsuit.
Yep.
We normally keep the goggles on at all times. It's too much of a hassle, and nothing in there offers enough protection for us to change. The backpack needs to be kept to the point that you're capable of switching your uniforms in and out, whether it's your wet or your dry, and your dry and wet uniforms need to be kept completely empty, as you've figured out, to be able to do such a thing.
I have a question.
Now, when we're up there, go ahead.
If we're keeping everything strictly in our backpacks, doesn't that affect some of the ACE functions, both things like tools and other specialty things?
There's certain things they will. This
I
is where it's more of a...
micro dagger.
Correct. That's why I was saying while we were up at the arsenal, whoever would be your point man needs to make sure he has himself a micro dagger.
Gotcha.
At that point, everything underwater would be his job to navigate. Once you get out of water, if it's something that you can switch over to your uniform, you'll be on land for X amount of time. You just got to remember to put it back. It's very frowned upon to leave any NATO items behind in a war zone.
Okay.
Switching your uniform is as simple as going into your backpack, grabbing the wetsuit and the rebreather, dragging them over this coinciding icon, just to as simple as this. Oh, you're got that U menu. As far as the goggles, they'll come on once you get into the water, same with your flippers. Until then, everything stays off your face. Night vision stays with you all the time. It works underwater as well as above. I'm not sure if you guys use thermal or not. We do not. It's extremely difficult to see underwater in thermal. That's why we do not use it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your kits go, you do have to save them the best you can. I'm not sure if the T4 error is still going on, but even with the backpacks, we were running into issues of saving them and files becoming corrupted. Now, as far as the formations and so forth, I'm not sure if you all have the document and if you've looked it over. A few of them aren't so much applied to when we're in the water, they're more of when we're leaving the water. Your line or column formation is what we standard swim in. You're looking at anywhere from 10 to 15 meters in between. We usually try to keep the shack tack bubbles barely touching each other.
Okay.
When you get into an area that you think is mined or you have to investigate, we suggest anywhere from 10 to 12 meters above ground. It's enough to give you the indication of the detection of a mine, but not set it off as well. Usually our demo engineers are the people who would swim forth and take care of said mine, whatever it would be. The rest of us pull security, and a lot of times it's not so much a 360, you're looking at more of the front and back. Once we would be entering the water, we usually enter in a line, and we exit in a line as well. Once we're searching or trying to spread a large area, if we're again searching for something, we'll maybe go out into a wedge, but usually we're in a line or a column. submerging into the water. Half the team would pretty much get on site. The first people to the beach would find cover. Here would be horrible. We would never enter here. Exiting would be a different story. Behind you, back there towards the trees, probably about 300 meters down the beach. That's closer to where we would try to go into the water, because it would give us enough cover, correct. Half the team would pull security, 360. The other half of the team would switch into your wet gear and get into the water, while the other half switches. You would barely submerge yourself enough to cover while they're changing.
Cool.
It's pretty much the same with reverse. The difference is when we're going out, we usually send a 2-man recon team to break surface first and make sure the area is clear. If they have to engage anyone, they'll pop off first, and then if we hear them engaging, usually the rest of the team emerges right away and we walk the line of the beach.
Basically, I'm just curious. I know it's going to be situation by situation, but normally when you guys surface and you are engaged, is it a situation where you want to try and back out and move to a new landing location, or do you try to win that engagement and still surface there? I know it's probably rather variable, as in like, well, if it's only 2 or 3 guys, we can take them. But is there a standard protocol for that, or?
If it would be something along the lines of compromising the mission, yes, we would not engage and we would look for a new surface point. If it's something along the lines of a couple guys walking the beach, usually it's the point man and marksman at surface, so they'll drop them with no problem.
Gotcha.
We'll usually body bag them, drag them off to the side, and get rid of them right away. But yes, if it's something along the lines of a whole platoon sitting there on the beach having a party, yeah, we look for a different place to go.
Well, no, because the thing I was curious about more than anything was tipping off other enemy in the area, you know. But I guess if our weapons are suppressed and the other guys don't get more than a shot or 2 off, then it's hardly going to do much, you know.
I do have a question from the technical aspect of the current topic. How will that be affected, like the aggro of the enemy? How will that be affected with, say, for example, like VCOM? Or how is it affected with the base game mechanics that the enemy seeing dead bodies?
That's why we would do something along the lines of body bagging them and getting rid of them. If it's as far as dragging them into the water or taking them out somewhere we try to hide them the best we can.
So there is an actual mechanism in the game.
As far as I understand, yes. We've only come across 1 or 2 issues where we thought they found a body, but it could have also been somebody skylining at the exact same time, so we weren't sure.
Okay, and alright. So then I guess VCOM will just depend on if the enemy radios in fast enough.
Correct. If they don't radio in, there's nothing to be reported. If they radio in, yeah, kind of in a pickle. Any other questions out here?
Nope.
Now, as far as if there was a large force on the beach, we would note it later on, closer to the end of the mission. JTAC or TAC-P would radio that in and deal with it accordingly. We went over depth, formations, surfacing and all that, so I guess at this point let's go in the water.
Yay!
Okay. If we want to, let's line up. We'll split into 2 teams, and we can go over the cover procedure while changing and all that.
So we're practicing entering the ocean as we're
You
exfilling.
4. Red, stand over there. And who's that? Grim, stand over there. Alright, so we got 4 and 4.
Okay, that works. Change over to your drug.
Who's changing it?
Everybody. Oh, you dropped your pockets, Optic.
Optic, you dropped a whole person.
Arms and all. Not your color arms either, which is the weird part.
Should we like change our shack set color?
Yeah, why not? We will be a blue team. Blue team's cool. But it camouflage as well.
My yellow.
Guess we'll be red.
Yeah, see, they're not
How are
playing
you
this
guys?
spot. Red is
How are
gonna
you
stick
guys?
out real bad in the sea. Blue, we're gonna play.
How are you guys doing that? Are you in a group or something?
We are one team.
One team, one dream. That's what you taught us.
Go to self-interaction and then team management.
He's not in the group though.
Nobody's in a group.
Look at your HUD. We're all in a group.
Oh no, because I'm in a different quote unquote team than you guys.
What?
I'm up with command staff.
Oh, I got you.
Meanwhile, I'm just doing preemptive security.
Against what? Sand?
It was real nice of the enemy to leave us these crates. What for me to take cover behind.
Who's behind me on my team?
That's me. Lashua.
Francis, do you have your Draco on you?
I didn't have a backpack big enough to carry it.
Oh, you have to empty out your uniform and your vest.
You put all of your equipment essentially into your backpack, and then that makes room.
Oh wow, these chairs got a little fucked up, boys.
The one that came up as we were flying and I crashed. Sorry about that. Didn't go over your equipment with them.
Smith, how late is it for you?
It's 9:48 now.
About 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay, and don't forget to make sure you're all on at least the same radio freak, because you will not be able to hear each other talking normal.
You want us on 2 different frequencies or 1 frequency for everyone?
What happened
We
to Sheridan?
usually run 1 for each team, and then we
Just
run
going
alternates.
4-0.
But it's probably easier y'all to go 1 for now.
Comms check, 4-0.
Gotcha. Yep.
4-0.
Gotcha.
good now?
Yep, I'm good anyway. I think most of us are good. My team looks good.
Okay, and I'm going to assume you guys understand your basic movements as teams and your cover fire and sectors and all that.
Yep.
Okay, so at that point, you take off behind the tent over there, come to the beach, whatever formation you guys would decide in. Half of you cover while half of you change.
Do it.
Okay. Where are we going so far?
Alright, we got what, blue team and red team?
Yeah,
Blue
we're red
team.
team. Okay, Farron, Lash, go ahead and change.
Oh, we want to do it on the beach, don't we?
Yeah, as I understand it, we go to the beachhead. One
Alright.
team covers while the other gets changed, submerges just
Set
enough
on
to
you
cover.
and going ready.
Alright, let's...
Question, is this simulating this enemy presence, or no?
90% of the time we would be going in non-enemy presence. If you want to simulate, that's up to you.
Why are you guys in white team? Like white? I thought we were red.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess I move now.
Red team on me, let's go.
Only person who's red is
Diamond formation.
Biden.
Alright, team blue, go ahead.
Blue will act as security once they change.
Alright.
Yeah, right.
Slash, Farron, go ahead, change.
Alright, I'm set.
Alright. Team red set.
Blue team, keep going, keep going, keep going. Get fully submerged.
Just keep going, Blue. Keep going, keep going. All the way up.
Alright, blue team.
Keep going, Blue, keep going.
Alright, blue team submerged.
Blue team submerged.
Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, now as far as coming out, you would line up into 2 line formations, one in front of the other. Whoever is behind would be the emerging team first. The 2 middle would come up and make sure the area is clear and let the rest of the team know that they could emerge.
Explain that one more time.
Line up into beach right before you're able to emerge. 2 teams, 2 lines, right behind, in front of each other, behind each other, almost like a staggered column, but set up towards 2 lines. Do you copy in there?
Yep.
Okay. The back team would be the first ones to swim forward and start to emerge. The middle 2 are the first ones to emerge to check and recon the area, make sure everything's clear. Once they're capable of making sure everything's clear, then they allow the rest of the team to know that it's open and clear to emerge.
Alright, Blue, let's go ahead. Cover your left and right sectors. Red team, this is Blue. We're all clear.
Now, as soon as you would have cover from the back half, you would switch over and the front would change, back would cover, and then vice versa.
Alright, so blue team changes, I guess.
Okay.
I can't see the colors right now, so whoever Smith team's on.
Yeah.
Come on, girls, strip.
Strip for me, ladies. Is that DeSantis and bread? Oh, great.
You have no mag, by the way, last room.
Alright, so now red team changes. And we're set. Nope, I lied. We're set.
Now you're set. Okay.
What was
If
that?
you want to form up over there again.
Are the boxes?
Yeah, let's head over to boxes again.
I think DeSantis dumped some shit into that middle one.
Yeah, I did.
Now, the only thing I would say is your changing timer needs to definitely improve if you would be using it mission-wise. All that excess time sitting there playing Barbie doll is going to get somebody shot somewhere. But you guys know that as well.
Yeah.
And your formations. Coming in and out of the water, make sure your spacing is right. The first group, I believe you said it was red, they came up onto the beach, and that far left side, one good machine gun burst would have taken all 3 out.
Oh, it was blue team actually who surfaced
Yeah,
Yeah,
first.
that was blue.
Okay. Like I said, I couldn't see the colors, but whoever
Yeah.
emerged first, they came all tight on the left side. But other than that,
User
that's the
joined
bare
your channel.
basics. We were supposed to have a different instructor here and Zeus here to run you a little mission afterwards. We were going to give you navigations and pretty much almost like a Easter egg hunt in a sense. We were going to put out a bunch of items and make you go hunt them down in the ocean.
Oh, shit.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
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 Here, I think I
Oh,
got
well.
a chem stick we can go catch. No.
But other than that, anyone have any questions?
No. Thank you for showing us the basics, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Those, I'll be honest, I walked into a diving class thinking, well, it's diving in armor. I mean, how complicated can it be? But I learned quite a few things, that's for sure. The whole, like, switching the uniform and the formations coming in and coming out.
The thing that... Oh, sorry. Please.
I was going to say, yeah, the formations are definitely needed when you're in and out of the water. One good set of the wrong AI will ruin your day.
I do
Go right
have.
ahead.
I do have a question that's just more hypothetical, as we are training to swap, dry stuff for wet stuff. Are there ever any cases where you have to deploy basically just the rebreather and just leave your uniform on, or is that basically never?
Are you meaning to where we're just straight wetsuits?
No, where you're just straight dry suits with a rebreather or some kind of breathing device.
Every now and then we will run with the survival uniform, I believe it is. That it isn't quite a wetsuit, but it lets you swim a little faster.
Yeah.
And we'll do something along that lines to where it's more of a quick dive in between two locations.
Copy.
Or if there's a small boat off the area, it needs to be scuttled or something.
Alright.
And we don't always carry our wetsuits and dives and all. That's mission dependent. 90% of the time, we are running full dry uniforms.
Oh. Okay.
If it's mission needed, then we'll bring our wetsuits. There are a few times to where we won't bring dry suits and everything just goes pure wet, but I've only seen that twice since I've been with the unit.
So what's the difference between, like, when do you decide whether to use wetsuits or dry suits or both?
Dry suits
User
usually
left
is
your
when
channel.
we're going to be leaving the area of the water for a decent amount of time. As you see here, depending on what the lighting would be, sitting in a black uniform, you would stand out like a sore thumb, to where being in your camo, you'd be a little more hidden. If we're going to, say, hit a dock, I don't see anything around here close, but one mission we had weapon crates and a couple boats we had to scuttle, and we literally just stayed in wetsuits, got out of the water, blew everything, and we were good.
Gotcha.
So anytime we have a mission like that, I'm just gonna call you. Just gonna call you guys. Hey, there's this dock, right? This is this old, shipping dock.
We were also thinking about adding in the one mod that has, I believe it's breachable boats or ships.
Yeah, but I believe we can't get into the internals, so you're just basically fighting on the deck and then going inside of the one house. Or not the house, but the, like, thinner, captain's mast.
I got you.
Room area.
Good to know.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, we're trying to find more of the actual naval side of things.
Good luck with that.
Best we found so far was submarines, and we don't necessarily want to be sardines all the time.
Alright, cool.
Well, as far as that is, if no one's got any more questions, you're more than willing to go do what you want to do. You mentioned something about maybe some pew-pew. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch the the mission over back to the persistent scenario we have.
Gotcha.
Hey, real quick, do you know, Smith, where you at? Do you know how to load the scenario, or do I just switch
Did you
over?
save it?
Yeah, I did save it.
Hey, thanks, Ogre.
Okay, so long as it's
Appreciate it.
saved, just go ahead
Hey,
and
thanks,
man,
Ogre.
if you have any questions, you
It
can hit
uses
me
the
up
mission
on
name file.
Discord or Steam.
So,
You know, I think you're
As long as
pretty
you haven't changed the
alright. I don't
mission
care
name
what
file, you
everybody
should
else
be
says about you.
What did I just miss? I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's not
nothing,
easy
nothing.
being green.
Oh, I said to Ogre, I said, hey Ogre, I think you're pretty alright. I don't care what everybody else says about you.
No.
You know, I just
Oh, maybe we can try this real quick.
What's this?
Why
are
don't you put
approaching
your
me?
ray breather and goggles on,
Do what?
and see if you can pull me out of the water with just your ray breather and goggles on?
Alright, hold up.
And then someone shoot me when I get in the water.
Oh, that's gonna a lot of people gonna line up for that.
Your rebreather will allow you to breathe underwater no matter if you have your wetsuit on or not. Your wetsuit's what allows you to swim faster. You're just going to swim slower without it on.
Gotcha.
we're just curious
Sorry,
if
since I have a
that one more
4.6 out of 556.
So this way I can
I don't care what
understand
you
what you just said.
97.
Your rebreather is what allows you to breathe underwater. Your wetsuit's what allows you to swim faster. They can go
You're
in
ready, Smith.
and breathe with their rebreather. No problem.
Yeah, I just realized that you guys better be quick, otherwise I'm gonna start drowning once I'm unconscious as well. Alright, I'm ready.
It's that the suit itself.
Jesus Christ!
I don't waste time.
Oh, he's fine.
Alright, shoot me again. Alright,
That was funny.
you guys really need to shoot me properly.
Hold on. Don't shoot him anymore. God damn it!
Screw the drag off.
I was gonna see if I could treat him underwater. I'm also dragging him by the strength of my legs.
That's how you drag people.
Oh, he woke up.
Alright,
Stay there, Smith.
You should still be able to drag me, I think.
No, that's not the point. I want to see if I